turn my back, you laughing.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
These guys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. 49.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, it's Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Barry Sanders, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the 4-time Pro Bowler and 2010 Comeback Player of the Year, and that's Michael Vick.
One of the most unique players in NFL history. You remember the snappy left-handed throw? The ability to break a play wide open with his legs. Absolutely dynamic, explosive, and rarely ever caught from behind.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. An All-Pro in 8 of his 9 NFL seasons. It's Jim Brown with it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now they'll run on the draw. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Deacon Jones, the Hall of Famer, there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 3rd down, Peyton, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal. From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground here at Sanders. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, and touchdown. A big play there. 95 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half. And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller. Give me the ball. Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. To throw again on second down. Vick, they set up the screen to Jim Brown. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the ball. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Another try after the first down sack. Vick, that's caught. It's Jerry Rice. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now here's Vick. Now Vick's stripped. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. 20, 10, and he will score. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby!
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken about the 12. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 31. Vick, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Vick.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Now Sanders. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another run with Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, good move. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
52.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. All right.
So here's Vic following the interception, and his throw here's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vic. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter with his man, his zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown from 3 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Julius Peppers able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Vick now. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Under pressure, they got him again. Deacon Jones in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Michael Vick. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Draw play for Brown. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here we go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there. 46 yards. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Just like that.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Julius Peppers, yes, he still has it. Give him the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Here's Mahomes to throw, and the pressure gets to him again. Devin White providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Let's go.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deacon Jones just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Deacon Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. down by 15. A minute 54 on the clock. They need 2 touchdowns and at least one. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So here are visitors to take. Over on offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. They had a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Come on, D. Switch.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
I'm going to run you over.
Mahomes now on first down. Robinson's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On first down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now is Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner.
Hey folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series. And
now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! A great effort there. 62 yards as they have taken the lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two. So a big-time scamper there to cap a touchdown on the opening drive.
Sets a tone, establishes not what you call a dominance, but a really good feeling for the team that just scored. I've got to ask you, partner, what do the analytics say about that type of a run? Does it establish anything else for them?
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. That's a strong running. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Julius Peppers coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. Excellent work on the run back there. 33 yards. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Back now here in Santa Clara, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Badgley now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Don't get nervous.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Julius Peppers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. You don't want to see me. You don't want
Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running right. Here's Sanders. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. They find some open field here. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now a give right side. It's Sanders. And a great move again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. Open space inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the front.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'm a...
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to take a shot right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there right off the bat. 59 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He's checking.
On 3rd down, Sanders. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground. Down before he's tackled at the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Partner, I think we can all agree that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, it made it pay off.